Mama June. June and Gino caused a lot of damage which may never be repaired, admits Pumpkin on her trip to Florida. Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Mama June and her boyfriend, Gino Doak, are doing all they can to have a good relationship with June's daughters. But it seems that they are having difficulty mending the damaged relationship. What's once broken may not be the same as before. Pumpkin feels the same and will soon confess to her mother about their relationship. So will Pumpkin and Honey Boo Boo go back to their ways of living away from Mother June? Let us look into the details below. Mama June. Pumpkin and Honey Boo Boo comes all the way to Florida to spend time with June and Gino. In the coming episode, Pumpkin and Honey Boo Boo will head to Florida. They will go there to spend more time with Mama June and her boyfriend, Gino. Ever since the reunion, Pumpkin has pushed boundaries for her mother. June and Gino, on the other hand, are also seen to make a lot of effort to make things right with her daughters. Pumpkin also wants Honey Boo Boo to have her mother by her side in her teenage period. But the reunion cleared all the long-lived complaints they had with each other. Pumpkin and Honey Boo Boo opened up about the problems they faced while June was away. Moreover, June opened up about how she thought that her daughters do not care anymore. Now when the misunderstandings are cleared, the four want to spend more time together so as to fill the created gap. However, the Florida trip seems not moving in the direction they planned. Mama June. Damage created by June and Gino can never be repaired. Pumpkin and Honey Boo Boo went to Florida to spend time with their mother, but they will have trouble doing so. Moreover, the daughters cannot get over the pain their mother and her boyfriend gave. They therefore decided to confess it to June and Gino and leave if not felt comfortable. Pumpkin and Honey Boo Boo knock on her mother's door. As per the Sun's revealed clip, Alana turns towards Pumpkin and admits that it's all a bit too much. Pumpkin then assures her sister that they can get a hotel room to stay in as it's not necessary for them to stay with June and Gino. Meanwhile, Gino, in the other clip, was seen talking to June. He suggests June not to keep her daughters in the dark. Moreover, he wanted the daughters to know that June and Gino might go to jail in the future. Although June refuses to do so and asks Gino not to kill her vibe. By the end of the recently revealed clip, Pumpkin and her mother are sitting by the beach, and Pumpkin confessed to her mother that she and her boyfriend had caused a lot of damage to them, which may never be mended. The 21-year-old says, "You and Gino did cause a lot of damage, and I don't know if this can ever be repaired." June seems to be shocked after hearing this. What will she do now? Will she make her daughter realize that nothing has changed? Or will she let them drift apart? What do you think? Pour your thoughts below in the comment box. June Shannon, or Mama June as she is widely known, had always been a larger-than-life personality. Her escapades, her struggles, and her triumphs had played out on reality TV screens for years. But beneath the surface of her reality stardom, there lay a tangled web of personal and familial challenges that often threatened to pull her family apart. The recent years had been particularly tough, marked by her battle with addiction and her tumultuous relationship with Gino Doak. Her daughter Lauren, better known as Pumpkin, had stepped up in many ways, taking on the role of a surrogate mother to her younger sister Alana, Honey Boo Boo, while June grappled with her demons. The strain of these responsibilities, coupled with the emotional toll of her mother's choices, had weighed heavily on Pumpkin. She had hoped that a family trip to Florida might offer a chance to heal some of the wounds, but the reality of the situation quickly became evident. The trip, intended as a fresh start, turned into a stark reminder of the damage that June and Gino had inflicted on the family. As they settled into their rented beach house, Pumpkin couldn't shake the feeling that their problems had followed them across state lines. The beach house in Florida was picturesque, with its sprawling ocean views and serene ambience. Yet for Pumpkin, it felt like a gilded cage. The beauty of their surroundings did little to alleviate the underlying tension that simmered within their family dynamic. Alana, her younger sister, was particularly withdrawn, her usual bubbly personality dampened by the presence of Gino. Gino had promised he had changed, but Pumpkin had her doubts. His erratic behavior, his quick temper, and the memories of past chaos haunted her thoughts. She had seen too much, borne too much responsibility at too young an age, to simply trust that things would be different this time. During their final days in Florida, the family focused on creating positive memories despite the underlying tension. They spent time on the beach, went for long walks, and even managed to share a few laughs. It wasn't a perfect resolution, but it was a start. One evening, as the sun set over the horizon, casting a golden hue over the beach, Pumpkin decided to confront her mother. They sat on the porch, the sound of the waves providing a soothing backdrop to a difficult conversation. "Mom, we need to talk," Pumpkin began, her voice steady but filled with emotion. "This trip was supposed to be a fresh start, but it feels like we're just dragging our old problems with us." June looked at her daughter, her eyes reflecting a mixture of guilt and sadness. "I know, Pumpkin. I thought maybe if we got away from everything, it would help us heal." "It's not that simple," Pumpkin replied. "Gino's presence is a constant reminder of everything that went wrong. Alana is scared, and honestly, so am I. You and Gino caused a lot of damage, and I don't know if it can ever be repaired." June's heart ached hearing her daughter's words. She knew Pumpkin was right. The damage she and Gino had inflicted was profound, and no amount of sunny beaches or family outings could erase the pain they had caused. But she was determined to try and make amends, even if it meant facing the harsh truths of their past. The next day, June called a family meeting. They gathered in the living room of the beach house, the atmosphere heavy with unspoken tension. Alana sat close to Pumpkin, seeking comfort in her sister's presence. Gino, looking visibly uncomfortable, took a seat opposite them. "I wanted us to have this trip to start fresh," June began, her voice wavering. "But it's clear that we need to address the past before we can move forward." Pumpkin nodded, her expression resolute. "We need to be honest about what's happened and how it's affected us." June took a deep breath. "I know I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've let you down. I'm truly sorry for the pain I've caused. I'd want to make things right, but I need to understand how you're feeling." Alana looked at her mother, her eyes brimming with tears. "I'm scared, Mom. I don't trust Gino, and I feel like I've lost my childhood because of everything that's happened." Gino, visibly shaken, spoke up. "I know I've hurt you all. I'm sorry for everything I've done. I'm trying to change, but I understand if you can't forgive me." As the conversation continued, the depth of the damage became painfully clear. Alana recounted the nights she lay awake, fearing for her mother's safety and the embarrassment she felt bringing friends into their chaotic home. Pumpkin spoke of the burden of responsibility she had taken on, stepping into a parental role while still a child herself. "You put me in a position where I had to be the adult," Pumpkin said, her voice cracking with emotion. "I had to take care of Alana, keep things together, and it wasn't fair. I missed out on my own childhood because I had to grow up too fast." June listened, her heart breaking with each word. She realized that her actions had not only impacted her daughter's pasts, but also their futures. The scars left by her addiction and her relationship with Gino were deep and would take a long time to heal. "I can't change the past," June said softly, "but I'm committed to being better for the future. I want to rebuild our family, but I know it's going to take time and a lot of work." The emotional weight of the conversation took its toll on everyone. Alana, feeling overwhelmed, retreated to her room, seeking solace in the only place that felt somewhat safe. Pumpkin followed, wanting to ensure her sister was okay. They sat on Alana's bed, the silence between them filled with unspoken words. Finally, Alana broke the silence. "Do you think things will ever get better?" Pumpkin sighed, wrapping her arm around Alana. "I don't know. I want to believe they will, but it's going to be hard. We've been through so much." "I'm tired of being scared," Alana admitted. "I just want to feel normal, to have a normal family." "I know, sweetie," Pumpkin replied. "We'll get through this together, no matter what." Meanwhile, downstairs, June and Gino sat in the living room, the weight of the conversation pressing down on them. Gino looked at June, his eyes filled with regret. "I never wanted to cause so much pain." "I know," June replied, "but we did, and now we have to face it and try to make things right." The next few days were filled with difficult but necessary conversations. June and Jano began to take responsibility for their actions, acknowledging the harm they had caused and expressing their commitment to change.